We have an update tonight on the first person in the U.S. to receive Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine. Intensive care unit nurse Sandra Lindsay received that vaccine last week after months of treating some of the sickest COVID-19 patients in the New York City borough of Queens, and also losing two of her own family members to the virus. I spoke with Lindsay earlier today about the vaccine, how she's feeling, and why she is encouraging Black Americans and members of minority communities to get vaccinated. Nurse Sandra Lindsay, it is such a privilege to talk to you. Thank you for joining us here on News Nation. I want to begin with the fact that you were the first person and nurse in America to receive this vaccine. You volunteered for it. Why was it so important that you were first in line?
So in my role as a leader, I think that it's very important to lead from the front, lead by example. I want my staff to feel inspired and encouraged to take the vaccine. So I think it was very important for me. Also, having seen how much debt and despair and harm and pain around me, I wanted to be a part of the solution to end this pandemic.
Well, Sandra, it is incredible what you have done. And I also know that there is a lot of hesitancy in the Black and minority communities to getting this vaccine. Did that play a role in your decision as well?
Absolutely. And that is not without evidence of what has happened in the past to the communities that you referenced. History shows that, there were harmful, inhumane treatments of this population. And so I understand the hesitancy. I think that we should not dismiss it. And so I acknowledge it. I listen to people, and I take every opportunity to clarify any misconceptions, to educate, and to just dispel any myths that are out there about vaccines and vaccinations.
And you say you believe the science. So what is your message to those in the Black community and also others who are reluctant to get the shot moving forward?
If they're having hesitancy, if they have questions, they should always remain curious, because I believe that people should make informed decisions. So they should speak to their healthcare providers, speak to experts who are in the field, listen to the experts. It's a new day. The world is watching. This pandemic is not just affecting the United States or any one part of the country. It's affecting the whole world. So the world is watching.
And you received the vaccine about a week ago. There have been some reports of some adverse side effects in just a few people. How are you feeling a week later?
I'm feeling great. The day post-vaccine, I had mild soreness at the site, the same I had when I took the influenza vaccine 2 months prior, and that I take every year, the same kind of tenderness at the site. Like you feel like you were pricked right there.
In fact, you were back to work right away after your first shot.
Yes, so the morning after, I was lucky enough, and I consider it lucky and a privilege, to have the platform such as yours to share my experiences. And after that, early morning rounds, doing some morning shows, I was back to work.
Well, so many of us watched that moment, that historic image of you getting the first shot. I'm curious, what has been the reaction from others in the healthcare community and from around the world?
So I've been getting a lot of texts, but I just got one from a dear friend who said, I was having hesitancy, but after seeing you, I got my shot today. And that's overwhelmingly what I've been hearing. I know there will still be some hesitancy, even among my staff, but, we'll continue to provide information, be transparent. And I think it's also important, very, very important, to acknowledge people's fears and help them to talk through it, not to dismiss it. I think that dismissing it, we won't get people on board that way.
What has been the most difficult part of this journey through COVID?
To see how hard it is on people mentally and physically, how dedicated people are. They're really tired. My staff and myself, we're tired, we're fearful. They've given up so much, tremendous sacrifices to come to work every day.
Nurse Sandra Lindsay, the first nurse in the United States to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for volunteering to be first and setting that example. We so appreciate talking to you.
My pleasure, and thanks for this platform to share my experiences.
Of course. Be well.
Thank you.